Today we are looking at alternatives and competitors to Rippling, and I'm going to compare them just purely based on price, not based on reviews or anything else. So we're going to look at 7 competitors. I've already done a video previously comparing Rippling and Deel, which I'll link to below, and you can watch that if you want to compare those two together. But let's have a look here at Rippling. So they're one of the leading kind of HR and payroll providers here. If you look at their products here, they bucket into HR, payroll, IT, finance, and global hiring. Now, they are one of these companies that does not have transparent pricing. So if you go to the pricing page here, which we're here now, you have to get free quotes and you have to enter in all your information to actually get information about how much it's going to cost you. So they don't have transparent pricing. Do any of their competitors have transparent pricing? We'll get into that in a moment. So the first competitor we'll look at in terms of prices is ADP. They are probably the big player in the payroll space specifically. Not so much HR and some of the other software here. We'll look at a couple of different competitors across different kind of options that they have here. But if we're looking just at payroll here, so we have ADP. They have a bunch of different options here. But look at all these get pricing things. Oh, you have to fill in your info here. So no transparent pricing for ADP at all. Obviously, they're used by a ton of people, but if you actually want to find out the price, you're gonna have to talk to one of their salespeople or just get an email with that here. So they have a payroll solution, an enhanced payroll solution, payroll and HR. So they do actually offer HR software now, and then an HR Pro solution here. So how much those cost is a bit of a mystery. But let's move on to Deel, which is the competitor I mentioned before. Again, I'll link to that video which goes into a bit more depth here. But Deel's HR software is very transparently priced, unlike Rippling and ADP. So their core HR offering is at $5 per employee per month. They have a recruit plan at $14 per employee per month, and a develop plan at $22 per employee per month. Then they have a recruit and develop plan for $30 per employee per month, and a full HR solution at $56 per employee per month. Now, if you just want payroll, they do a global payroll at $29 per employee per month, or if you only have US employees, you can do $24 per employee per month, and it does all the kind of regulatory fun stuff there, self-serve and add-ons. And then they have these kind of additional things here. So they have employee of record options if you're hiring internationally, again, fully legal employment in a bunch of countries, starting at $599 per employee per month for their kind of standard plan, or going up to $899 per employee per month for the more advanced plan with a bunch of extra features. And they have a PEO, full service outsourcing, so employing people in different states, starting at $125 per employee per month. And then you can hire contractors as well, $49 per month. Contractor records, $325 per contractor per month. So lots of different options here for your kind of payroll solutions. I have previously used Deel. I was a fan of it. It was kind of a bit more than I really needed, but it is a useful piece of software, and I do have such transparent pricing on their site. So looking at another competitor which does have transparent pricing and transparent and simple pricing. See, this is a real feature here that we have here. Rippling and ADP not doing it, Deel showing it. So this is JustWorks. And they just have 3 basic pricing plans, which I love here. So we have $8 per month per employee for payroll, although there's a $50 a month base fee for that, with some HR tools and payroll for people. They have a PEO basic, which is $79 per employee per month with no base fee. So that's just a basic thing there. Obviously 79 is above that 50. So a bunch of different options here, tons of features. And then their PEO Plus option here, which is $109 per employee per month, which gives you that option there. And if you want employee of record, then you have their option of $599 per month per employee, which is it's the same price as Deel. So $599, they've just price matched them exactly. So fair, transparent pricing. Yeah, love it. I don't know, I've never used JustWorks, so I can't speak to the quality of it or anything like that, but I do love their pricing pages here and how transparent it is. Another company is Oyster that has, again, literally going with the transparent pricing and no surprises. So they're an employer of record for $699 per employee per month. You'd have to look at the features to see why that's slightly more expensive than the competitors. Global payroll at just $29 per employee per month, and global contractors at $29 per employee per month. So actually, I think a little bit lower than Deel's prices there. So you can see here, employer of record, $699, global contractors, free for 30 days too, which is a nice thing to get started if you want to give them a try. Then $29, global payroll, $29 per employee per month, and a US PEO service for $114 per employee per month, which compares very slightly cheaper than Deel's options here, but not as cheap as JustWorks. But again, all the same ballpark there. You're talking a couple month between them. And then they have some advisory services here. So if you need more support here, you can do it, but it's $300 per hour, so not cheap if you need that. Another competitor to Rippling, at least in terms of payroll, is Patriot Software here. So they do accounting software and payroll software. They kind of stay in their lane. They're not trying to get into fancy HR stuff and everything like that, but basic payroll is very affordable here. So right now, as I'm filming this, they have a 30-day free trial plus 50% off for the first 3 months. That may have changed. I'll have links to them in the description. You can see if that's offers there or if they have another offer going on, but that works out to $850 per month, or normally $17 per month, and then the full service payroll is normally $37 down to $18, and then you have to pay $2 per worker paid on the plans here, and $250 for their full service option here. And they have add-ons here of time and attendance system. They do offer some HR software here, but it's not a major sort of selling point. They really are just going for the payroll sort of thing here. So if you need basic HR sort of things, they offer that, and again, very cheap, $3 per month for the software, and then $1 per employee, and then the same thing here on their full service option here. So another option here, again, very transparent. Again, if you just need more basic payroll, you're not hiring international and everything like that, this Patriot can be a good choice, and they're offering you a 30-day free trial, so might be worth checking out. And going to the other end of HR software here, we have BambooHR. We're on the pricing page here, actually on their UK thing. Let's just jump over to the US page here, which they do actually list the prices. So I was about to say that they don't list it on the UK site, but if you go here on the American site, they do list the pricing here. So their core plan is $10 per month per employee. The Pro plan is $17 per month per employee, and their Elite is $25 per month per employee, and you can get a quote, which I think jumps you up to the quote form here. But I like that they actually do have their transparent pricing. Why they don't have it for their UK website, I'm not sure, but anyways, here bunch of different kind of HR stuff. I'm not sure if they offer, I think it might just be HR software and not payroll, but anyone correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below. Oh, payroll, yeah, so here we are. So payroll is an add-on option here. It's not default in here. And then so you can add on payroll, benefits, time tracking, and employer of record, powered by remote in this case here. That is an option here. So this is where you're gonna have to get that pricing quote in there, but at least they offer some of the pricing there available. And finally, we have HiBob, which is another kind of HR software solution, and they were on their pricing page. And yeah, you have to get a quote from them to find out how expensive it is. So that is the final Rippling alternative that we're looking at here. So without kind of having the pricing here, you can see some software providers have clear pricing and some do not. If you're a big enough company, it may be worth talking to salespeople here. If you're just a small business starting out, personally, I like having the transparent pricing. It just saves you the time and the effort. If you've used any of these HR and or payroll software solutions, I'd love to get your review of them. So if you want to leave that in the comment section to this video below, and as I say, I'll link to each of these companies there. You can check out their latest prices. They may have changed since recording this video, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.